Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradari Jana Vallabha Givaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradari Jana Vallabha Givaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gaur Premanande Jam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Pararajakara Stotra Satyasima Divine Grace Abhayachan Ravindesi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Pararajakara Stotra Satyasima Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Antakoti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Jai Gaur Premanande All blessed assembled devotees All glories, Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories, Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 89. This chapter entitled Krishna and Arjuna retrieves a Brahmana's son. Text 59. Purnakam Vyapi Vyuham Nara Narayana Revaishi Dharmamacharit sthitaya Roshabho Rashubho Lokasangraham Purnab Kamva Api Ovavyam Naranarayana Urushihi Dharmamacharitam Sthithayim Rushabho Lokasanagraham Spurnam Kamavo Yuvyam Naranarayana Urushihi Dharmamachare Sthithayai Rushabho Lokasanagraham. Please chant. Purnakamavo apivyuam Naranarayana Rishi Dharmamacharitam Sthithai Rushabho Lokasanagraham. Thank you. What word meaning? Purna, full. Kamo, in all desires. Api, although. Yuvam, you too. Naranarayana Urushihi, as the sage Nara and Narayana. Dharma, the principles of religion. Achartam, should execute. Sthithai, for its maintenance. Rishbhau, the best of all persons. Lokasanagraham, for the benefit of general populace. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace. Disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Although all your desires are completely fulfilled, O best of exalted personalities, for the benefit of the people in general, you should continue to exemplify religious behavior as the sages Nara and Narayan. Text 60 and 61. Thus instructed by the Supreme Lord of the topmost planet, Krishna and Arjuna ascertained by chanting Om, and then they bow down to Almighty Lord Mahavishnu. Taking the Brahmana's sons with them, they returned with their great delight to Dwaraka by the same path along which they had come. There they presented the Brahmana with his sons, who were in the same infinite bodies in which they had been lost. Text 62. Having been obtained, having seen the domain of the Lord Vishnu, Arjuna was totally amazed. He concluded that whatever extraordinary power a person exhibit can only be manifestation of Sri Krishna's mercy. Purport. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes Arjuna's amazement. He thought, just see, even though I am a mere mortal, by Krishna's mercy I have seen the Supreme Godhead, the root cause of everything. Then, after a moment, he thought again, but why did Lord Vishnu say that he took away Brahmana's children out of desire to see Krishna? Why would the Supreme Personality of Godhead hanker to see his own expansion? This might be an effect of some peculiar temporary circumstances. But since he said Didurukshana instead of Didikshana, where the specific Suffix "suna" carries the sense of permanent characteristic, not a temporary one. It has to be concluded that he was always been waiting to see Krishna and himself. Even granted that this is so, why wouldn't he simply see Krishna at Dwaraka? After all, Mahavishnu is a all-pervading creator of universe, which he holds like an amalaka fruit in his hand. It is that he could not see Krishna in Dwaraka because Krishna does not allow anyone to see him without his special sanction. And why also could Lord Mahavishnu, compassionate master of all Brahmanas, have repeatedly tormented and elevated Brahmana year after year? He must have acted in this unusual way only because he could not give up his extreme eagerness to see Krishna. Alright, he maybe have acted improperly for that reason, but why he couldn't have sent a servant to kidnap Brahmana's son? Why did he himself have to come to Dwaraka? Was stealing them out of Lord Krishna's capital so difficult that no one but Lord Vishnu himself could hope to accomplish it? Question mark. I can understand that he intend to cause so much distress to a Brahmana of a Lord Krishna's city that Krishna would be unable to tolerate it. Then he could grant Lord Vishnu his audience. Lord Vishnu inspired the distressed Brahmana to pour out his complaints to Krishna in person. Thus, it is clear that Krishna's status of godhood is superior to Lord Mahavishnu's. Having thought in this way, Arjuna was totally amazed. He asked Lord Krishna whether these were actually facts of this matter, and Lord replied as related in the Harivamsa. Okay. It was to see me that he, the supreme soul, stole the children. He believed only the Brahmana's behalf will Krishna come to see me, not otherwise. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur states that Lord Krishna further told Arjuna, I did not go there, however, for the Brahmana's sake. I went there, my friend, just to save your life. If he hadn't been for Brahmana's sake that I travelled to Vaikunta, I could not have done so. Could not have done so after his first child was obstructed. According to Sridhar Swami, although this pastime occurred before the battle of Kurukshetra, it is recounted here that at the end of the 10th canto, under the general heading of the supremacy of Lord Krishna's glories. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. So this entire chapter, whatever we have questions, in this verse it is revealed. Arjuna had a question. Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Either Mahavishnu or Krishna. That is revealed. Why Mahavishnu stole the Brahmana's sons? That is revealed. And another question is where the sons have gone? Brahmana sons. That is also revealed. So here we see that in this text 59, although all your desires are completely fulfilled, O best of exalted personality, for the benefit of the people in general, you should continue to exemplify religious behavior as sages as Naranarayan Rishi. So Mahavishnu addressed them as Naranarayan Rishi because they were these two were both same we see in Badrinath, Naranarayan Rishi. They did tapasya for many decades. So, to kill one demon. His name is Sahasra Kavacha. He has his name is a Sahasra Kavacha. Sahasra Kavach. Kavacha means shield. Sahasra means thousands. If any person, anyone who wants to kill this demon, they have to perform certain years of tapasya. Then he releases arrow. Then one shield is broken. Like that, he has thousands of shield. If you want to break that shield, you have to do many years of tapasya. Then you release the arrow. Then the shield is broken. Then another. That means how many tapasya they have to do? Thousands of years tapasya. So first, Lord Vishnu have done tapasya, and he releases the arrow. The shield is broken. First shield is broken. And again Arjuna did. Nara. He was Arjuna, but he did not remember. He did his tapasya, releases the arrow, and the shield is broken. And finally, which one person like first Arjuna, first Krishna starts, and last one comes to Arjuna. So when it came last turn for Arjuna, demon started running, and he ran in such a way that nobody can able to see him. So finally, he went into the womb of Kunti Devi. When in Mahabharata, what happened? When sun god appears. So when sun god appears, and he asks Kunti, what should I do? I just testing this mantra. Then after that, he says that sun god says that no, I should give you something. I cannot go back. So he gave a baby. That same baby, the demon, was born as Karna. So that's why in this lifetime, in this Mahabharata, Arjuna has to kill Karna because he was named demon named Sahasra Kavacha. So that is a behind story of calling Narayan Rishis. So Narayan Rishi, they have performed their tapasya to kill one demon, and here Mahavishnu is saying that you should um, perform your religious activities, whatever, and carry on. So and then after 60, 61, text number 60 and 61, he says that in this uh, it is understood that thus instructed by the supreme topmost of the planet Krishna Arjuna, assisted by chanting Om and then bow down to Almighty Lord Mahavishnu. Taking the Brahmana's son with them, they returned with a great delight to Dwaraka by the same path along which they had come. So one may be bewildered. Why offering obeisances to Mahavishnu? Of course, Arjuna is offering obeisances that we can understand. But why Krishna is offering obeisances? He is a supreme personality of Godhead. He is an incarnation. He is the only fountainhead of all incarnation. Why is he doing that? One reason is this is we can say that the pastime. In the pastime, if person is acted in that role, he has to make justice to the role. Just like in Ramayana, after Lord's Rama marriage, Lord Ramachandra has done marriage. Immediately Parashurama has come. You know, when he Parashurama sees, he is also incarnation, and Lord Rama is also incarnation. But what he did, Lord Ramachandra first offered obeisances to Parashurama. That doesn't mean that Parashurama position became elevated and Lord Rama's position became down. No. In this, because Lord Rama is playing the role of Kshatriya, Parashurama is the Brahmana. So as a Kshatriya, whenever he sees Brahmana or saintly persons, he should offer obeisances. It's a culture. So Lord Ramachandra is demonstrating this activity so that people in general follow. So here the same thing, Lord Mahavishnu was lying in the snake bed and Lord Krishna offered obeisances, which is to demonstrate to people in general. So then when he came with all the things, all the things means like in his mind, Arjuna, why this has happened, why that has happened. And finally, they gave the Brahmana infinite bodies, what how they lost. And you see that having seen the domain of Lord Vishnu, Arjuna was totally amazed. He concluded that whatever extraordinary power of person exhibit can only be the manifestation of Krishna's mercy. So one should understand this, very very important. If one is exhibiting extraordinary power, we should never ever think that you know that this power he himself is manifesting. Of course he has good karma. At the same time, Lord is you know showing his potency through a person. A person may be a rich, a person may be a very good looking, a person may be a very intelligent, a person may be a very talented or strong. These are all the opulences shown through that personality. And that's why we should not become enviousness and we should glorify him. And why? Because it is the mercy upon him. That's why he is able to demonstrate. Like Krishna Shakti Bina Tare Pravartan. So no, when it is says, if without mercy of Krishna one cannot preach the glories of the Lord. And at the same time, without mercy of Krishna one cannot exhibit extraordinary talent. So Arjuna realizes this. So one has to, even in general, people should have to realize that if he is doing some extraordinary or if he is doing something which others cannot do, for something which is others have difficult, or something which is he doing something he's out of the box, a person who is doing something, that we have to understand this is a mercy of the Lord. And if we are doing something extraordinary, we should not take credits. Because what happens if you take credits? You become puffed up and you become proud of your talent. And if the power is withdrawn, nobody will care for you. Correct? If you are a magician, he did something extraordinary, everybody will collapse. Oh wow, what I did. But if same magician, if something is gone wrong, and everybody laugh at him, correct? If he suddenly, like magician, we see he open the handkerchief, suddenly he brings some different colors. If what is he doing? Actually, he's playing some trick that we cannot able to see, and he's doing in a fast, like a shift. He's just doing. He just waves his hand and he brings the colors because he's trick. He has got talent. Okay, we may not do that. I mean, if you learn also, it will take some time to exhibit. We have to be experienced and expert. But if the same magician think that I'm doing so many because this is my ability, and the Lord will do something which, if he takes credit, I'm the magician. All the world and the people, they applaud me. They appreciate me. Nobody is above them. If he thinks in that moment, next moment he will be collapsed. Because it may take next moment, or it may take next month or next year or whenever. So that's why when you are so proud that you are doing so many things, then the ability will be withdrawn. There are so many examples in the history. The classic example we all know, that Titanic. And a person who made a Titanic, he says that even God cannot sink this ship. You know, he made this statement openly. He said, even God cannot sink this ship. To sink your ship, tiny ship, why do we he need God? His energy, tiny energy is enough. What happened? Just icebergs. Same water which helps ship to travel. If the same water comes into the boat and boat sink, the same water turns transform into the different energy as the iceberg. And what happens? Whole boat collapsed, shrinked. That's why it's an example which is very, very appropriate here. The same talent which you are using, God has given same ability to become famous, name, fame, and people are appreciating. And the same talent, name, ability, which will take you down. So that's why we should not take any credit, whoever, in whatever form they give. You just, if somebody says, oh, you gave a nice class, oh, you did a nice kirtan, oh, you did a nice service, we just offer in our mind. We may not say all the time. We should offer in our mind, this is mercy of my Guru and Krishna. If you are doing that, then you are on right path. If you are thinking, okay, yeah, this is I worked very hard, I this because I was I'm capable of doing this. If you take the credit, Krishna sees, okay, it's not Krishna's job to make you humble. Material nature which it has given, it will make withdraw it simply. Another example, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, they are very big boxer. He was Nobody would able to stand in front of him when he kicks with his fist. But end of the life, before when he became old age, he couldn't able to lift a cup of a tea. How much weight? Even child can pick a cup of a tea. So yeah, Arjuna realizes that this can exhibit only by the mercy of Krishna. Arjuna realizes this because he understood and he has seen, and he got realization. These realizations also not everybody will get. Only devotees of the Lord, if they are practicing nicely Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, they think that okay, this is my ability, and everybody will gives you so much importance, so much attention. You at that time you will be, this high in the air, and if something happens, you don't know, you'll be lost. Just like a balloon. You know how big balloon you blow. Just take a pin, put it up, everything will blast. Just because of the air, balloon is known as balloon. Right. So here we see that Vishwanath Chakravarti gives amazing answers what all the questions Arjuna has. So I am even though I'm mere mortal person. By Krishna's mercy, Supreme Personality of Godhead, root cause of everything, I can able to take darshan of Mahavishnu. One can say that why only he chooses Arjuna? Because he's his best friend, pure devotee of the Lord. You know, there is a relation like when you share something secret, you will share with your best friend, correct? Then only you'll get a happiness. But Arjuna was a best, not only the best friend and a pure devotee and eternal associate of Lord Krishna. Because you don't share your bank balance to the somebody on the street, right? You don't share your good things, whatever you have done on the somebody unknown person. That's why out of all the persons assembled in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna only shared Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, not to Duryodhana, not to you know uh, even Dronacharya, Bhishma, because he's a very dear. And the another question he asked, why Lord Vishnu took away Brahmana's son? Out of desire to see Krishna? Why would the personality Godhead hanker for to see his own expansion? Well, that is a question. So why is Mahavishnu? Here is a Krishna. He could have just come down and seen. Why he did not do? Because the answer is that Lord in Dwaraka in a special mood. He will not give permission to anybody to come just walk in. Only specific person should come with his permission, not just like I want to see Dwaraka, I want to go to Krishna. No, only specific. Even though you are Mahavishnu, so that is one. And second thing is that Mahavishnu understood Krishna is a favor for the Brahmanas. He does not want to see any Brahmana in distress. He does not want to see any Brahmana in anxiety or miserable situation. He is a favorable of Brahmana. So if I do this plan, take all the children of that Brahmana, he will be distressed and he will be given compliance to the Lord Krishna, and Krishna will come because he has a proper planning to take darshan of Krishna. So he knows very well. That's why we see that sloka. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagatitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So to protect Brahmana or Vaishnava, Lord Krishna will do anything. Okay. And another thing we can learn lesson is, to see Krishna, to take darshan of Krishna, we should also have planning. And then only we can able to draw Krishna's attention towards ourselves. Otherwise, it is not cheap to draw his attention towards us. How can we do that in practical life? Like when we say that, okay, I am seeing DT of Krishna, Krishna is seeing me. What is there to big task? Yes, he is seeing you, but he is not seeing as a special person. Special. He glances over the whole material energy. But at the same time, there is something special. If you are done, then Krishna's mercy will come to you. Krishna's put glance upon you. Just like in Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj was giving Srimad Bhagavatam class, there was one person who just walked right in front of the class, took saw the TT, and is walking away. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj told, "How was your eye massage? You had a nice eye massage, like just we do body massage, just we at the same time eye massage. Because by seeing Krishna, you don't understand anything. Okay, oh, he is holding flute. He has a three bending form. Radharani is standing. That's all we can understand. And you cannot even see that also. Just like If we ask, you know, you saw DT of Krishna? Yeah, we saw DT of Krishna. What's the color of the dress he is wearing on Sunday? You don't know, correct? What is the color of the dress he is wearing Sunday night? What's the color of dress he is wearing Sunday morning, Mangalarati? That means, yeah, that's just seeing. When you see something, you like it, you remember everything. Oh, he's wearing blue dress or green dress. He is wearing this color peacock. No, sorry, this color crown. He is holding silver flute. At that time, he has ankle bells in this color. You remember each and every detail, correct? But if you see without love and affection, you see this wall, you see the speaker, you see the uh, what you call ceiling, and you see DT. It will be the same. You see the chair, you see the photos. Okay, you see because that's not seeing. That's why we have to make such an endeavor so that Lord Krishna's attention is withdrawn towards you. So Lord Mahavishnu did the same planning. He could have done, just he could have come. He could have done something where he could have done where he could have stayed in Dwaraka, outside of Dwaraka, doing tapasya, just like Lakshmi Devi did tapasya outside of Vrindavan. He could have done that, but no. But Lord wants Mahavishnu wants to see the take darshan of Krishna because he knows Krishna is all attractive, and by taking darshan of Lord Krishna, he will be uh, blissful and happy and purified. That is the here one more point we can understand. Even his own expansion is attracting himself. Lord Mahavishnu is expansion of Krishna, and Mahavishnu, how can we say that his own expansion is attracting Krishna? That is all attractiveness. Like in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when he hears the pastime of Krishna, when he hears the pastime of Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, he got attracted. He was, it's not that, okay, next part, okay, now Dhruv Maharaj pastime is over, next canto. No, he was asking the Ramananda Rai to repeat the same pastime. And he himself, when he was chanting the holy name of the Lord, he himself got maddened. His body were disjointed, so all the symptoms of ecstasy. So, one point we can understand that he himself is getting attracted to his own form. Why should not we get attracted? So, that is the thing. So, here he would say that I would hanker for his own expansion. That is hankering. So, we should also have hankering to see, to have glance upon Lord Krishna. So even though uh, this is not an easy task, we have to do. That's why exclusive chanting, exclusive hearing, exclusive reading, exclusive doing devotional service. These are all these are all the tools of bhakti which will draw the attention of Krishna. Okay, there's one story I can tell. So there was a great saint. He was in the Himalayas, in a cave, in his own cave, and he was doing his own meditation. And his disciple, he was a good singer. He used to sing everywhere. And at the same one time, what happened? That disciple went on to the kingdom's court in the palace. He sang there, and King asked, "Oh, you are such a nice singer. Who is your master who taught you all these things?" Then he said that my master is in so and so, he's in so and so places. Ask him to come to me. Then he went and tell to the his spiritual master, his Gurudev, king is asking you to come. Then Guru said, no, I cannot come. You know, then what happened? Then king heard this news. He did not get angry because usually if king orders, everybody should execute. He did not get angry. He thought that he thought that, okay, let me go and see him. It's a saintly person, we should go and see him. Before he comes, there was no proper roads and everything. He laid down everything, roads and everything. And he came very swiftly, very fast after everything. Then saintly person got up and he offered obeisances, and king also offered obeisances. See, for me, saint says that Guru says that for me to come and see you, there are so many obstacles. I have to do this, I have to do this, take permission from secretary, do that, do this, then only I can see you. For you to come and see me, it is just like a minute. Similarly, if we are trying to able to see the Lord, go to back to home, back to Godhead, and do all those things, it will take so much tricks. But when Lord wants to see you, immediately you can come. But for that, we have to do endeavor. It is not such a cheap thing, to get Lord's darshan. So here are the things that we can understand. So it is clear that Sri Krishna is a status of godhood. He is a superior to the Lord Mahavishnu. So although in this way Arjuna totally amazed, and he asked Lord Krishna whether these actually facts of this matter, and Lord says, yes, for Brahmana's sake, for devotee's sake, I will do anything. And in the Harivamsa, it was to see me that Supreme Soul stole the children. He believed only Brahmana's behalf will Krishna come to see me, not me otherwise. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti states that Lord Krishna further holds to Arjuna, I did not go there, however, for Brahmana's sake. I went there, my friend, to save your life. He says that you took a vow that if I don't protect Brahmana's child, I will jump into fire. To protect you, I went there. Otherwise, Lord Krishna has many things to do. He is a multitasker at the same time. But he said this emotion that, for your sake, I have traveled all the way. Otherwise, if I could order Mahavishnu, he could have got back all the sons. So, when Krishna does one thing, it will, what happen? It will justify all the things in the world. Just like when you drop a water, in the water, plain water, you drop a stone, how it ripples, the waves comes. Similarly, Krishna's one point, it will create everything. Justification. Brahmana's stolen sons got back. Mahavishnu took darshan. Arjuna understood who is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Arjuna was saved from jumping into the fire. And what else? We got to hear this pastime. When you hear the pastime of the Lord, become purified. And our doubts are also cleared by mercy of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, because because we have to hear these pastimes through the acharyas. Otherwise, we cannot understand the pastime. We may speculate, we may think that okay, Mahavishnu is a supreme, because even though in the Dwaraka, Krishna is a controller of the state, he took all the children. No, this is the Acharya's explanation. Even though we see here, Mahavishnu did not send his assistants or his gatemen to steal. He himself came and took. That is the beauty. So by this pastime, we can understand so many lessons. One is we should be never proud of our ability, and second thing is that Krishna is a doer. We have to draw. We have to behave or act do such things where we can draw the attention of Lord Krishna, draw his glances upon us. So by this, we got an totally, total wisdom, total knowledge from the acharyas, Sridhar Swami or Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So then finally we see the glorious pastimes heading towards 10th canto. Okay, so I'll stop here. Any questions or comments?
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Nice class.
Thank you.
I was just thinking that how it's mentioned here that Lord Vishnu or Mahavishnu could have come back here on earthly planet and he can see that Lord Krishna and Arjuna, but it's other way around. So just to glorify the activities of the Lord, the whole thing has been done. The first is to protect his pure devotee Arjuna from not give up his life in the fire. Then second is to protect the Brahmins, because he has to protect the Brahmins also. The third thing we have see that he can show the universal arrangements to Arjuna. The fourth thing is that because of all the layers, like 8 layers, the coverings of the universe, now how you can pass from that covering? Because the chariot was wood chariot, and the horses were a panchabhuta horses. So how panchabhuta and then wood thing can cross the barriers of 8 barriers? So that's a wonderful thing. So because Krishna was there on that chariot, they all become spiritual, and that's why they're able to go there. So the lesson we have to learn is that only the spiritual things can cross this universe. That's why Prabhupada always say that you are not this body, you are spirit soul.
Correct.
So that's what we have to learn it. We have to come to that platform that only spirit soul can cross
Correct.
this covering, otherwise it's not possible. And then to see Lord Mahavishnu, was the whole pastime was created in such a way that the people can glorify, the acharyas can glorify Krishna's pastime. And for us to hear and then chant the glories that will glorify us, and then we have a chance to go back to Godhead. So there are so many things, details in each pastimes of the Lord. Otherwise, Lord Vishnu will come here and there won't be any pastime.
Correct.
And then we will not discuss these things.
Correct.
But it was the other way around. The whole thing was created in such a way that we can hear these pastimes and understand how whole thing can work in this world.
Yeah, this is a beauty of Krishna's act. He does one act where all the things are accomplished, and everything has got a time, place, circumstances. It's not that he does one act, okay, if something messed up there, he should go there. No. Because of we need to discuss this, glorify the supremacy. That's why whole pastime 89 chapter, this particularly about this section, is again and again Krishna's act was glorified. Otherwise he could have, as you said, Mahavishnu, would have sat, he could have done by himself and whatever to take darshan he could have done. Otherwise, he could have done other way. But the thing is that Lord and his expansion, whatever they do to glorify his glories, and at the same time we have to discuss. And in the same incident, like where in 8th canto, Bali Chakravarti, past time, Mahavishnu would have come just in his four hands form, ask Bali Chakravarti, okay, you have to do charity. No, I'm asking charity. You could have not said no. You could have just immediately, okay, take. But there is no glorification of Bali Maharaj. To glorify Bali Maharaj, he took an incarnation of Vamandev. He walked as a Brahmana, draft Brahmana, and he asked to Bali Maharaj. There, Shuklacharya objected him, and even though he is spiritual master, Bali Chakravarti rejected his spiritual master. There we get the, if Guru na sasyat, Pita na sasyat, Janani na sasyat, he rejected. Then after rejecting, he got bound. Then after that, he was totally surrendered to the Lord Lord Krishna. Then he was glorified. To glorify his devotee, Lord will do this pastime. And that's the reason we have to understand deeper meaning. Otherwise, you could have just say, "Oh, Bali Chakravarti, stop this, or give me charity." You could have just so since he could do this to only to glorify Lord, and at the end of the pastime, he gave his planet, Sutala planet. There he standed as a gatekeeper. And it's not that desire was killed. His desire to become a king of the heavenly. And next Manvantra, next lifetime, he will become the king of the heavenly planets. So Lord is doing something to purify and glorify. So that this pastime will enhance our mind, soul. Right.
Like Vyasadeva was writing, he wrote all these shastras, Mahabharata and Purana, all that, but still he was not satisfied.
Yeah.
Then the Narad Muni came and then he told him that you glorify the pastimes of the Lord. It's just for only that.
Right.
So any incarnations of the Lord, even all have to make in such a way that glorify Krishna's pastime, so that the people in general they accept it and they read, chant, hear, glorify, and then their life become spiritual, and then they
Right.
get out of this world.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice
So
discussion. Okay.
Thank
Thank you so much. Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.